All right, folks, welcome back to Campaign 18. This is the next battle. Now, I actually was trying to build the that core that I've been talking about for 5 episodes. I actually got the first division done, and then this battle, it popped up, and so I was like, all right, well, it's pretty close, so can't leave it up to auto resolve, and don't really want to. So here we are. We are defending it. So this is the Appomattox map. It looks like a 3-pointer and a 3-pointer. So we don't have that much. We also are waiting for other divisions to show. It looks like it's going to be about 10 hours before some of ours show up. I'll press play to get things started, but I've pretty much... I had 30 engineering points, and I don't know if I wasted them, but I spent them on those two sets of fortifications. So you're there. I think actually we want Ewell to follow his artillery, or his cavalry, which is otherwise detached. But it's Withers' brigade down here. Withers is pretty good. His brigade needs some more experience. Walker is in somewhat of a similar position. Floyd is in reserve. 2 stars on him, 2 stars on his brigade. We have the artillery battalion. We have Nathan Evans, who usually ends up, I think, leading out west for me. But anyways, we have his Tennessee Cav that is moving out. And what I really want to find is if the Union shows up here. If they do, yikes. I'm actually kind of thinking about cheating Floyd down here. All right, so Evans doesn't see anything yet. And maybe just moving these skirmishers up to the railroad. I don't usually love fortifications in the woods. I think it's a little silly. It's not the best, right? Overlooking open ground is generally where you'd want to be. Speaking of which, we'll put Walker out with some skirmishers. All right, so we can see a little bit more. That's fine. I don't want the Union using this, so while... Oh, I guess Ewell is almost all the way up. Well, anyways, we're going to have Evans take that entry point, so when the Union does come in, they're going to have to come in from elsewhere. We had... Right, those as other entry points, if not this bottom one. Which means if they're over here... I think they're more likely to take the southern path. I guess we could turn Rosser's battery in case it's needed. If they come in up here, hard to say, but I can imagine a world where they just come down the road here and then, right, they're going to run into that group over there. So I'm not exactly sure, unless there's a weird blue entry point that I missed. It looks like it's generally in the southwest part of the map. All right, so that was Evans. We're going to move him up here to see what we can see. But, yeah, I'm really starting to wonder. Where the Union isn't. Might want to start thinking about moving Floyd back already. But wait and see. If Evans doesn't see anything down here, as we are just moving past noon, and so that means that likely our reinforcements won't matter until the next day, then I think we probably send Floyd's brigade back up and we try to figure out what's up there. Evans can poke a little bit further, but that's the sign to me that we need to send... Okay. So actually... Now, if they've moved down here... We can move you back, Evans. That's fine. Floyd, you're going to move up here. Yes. You will. Withers, let's get your skirmishers back. No, for real, Evan. No. Get your scouts back. You're going to get them killed. You can't. Well, you'll figure it out. Quite soon. Walker, recall your skirms. Move you down here. Hey, look at that. It went terribly. Yes, I would retreat. And we can start moving Rosser's artillery to here. Probably the idea for Rosser's artillery would be eventually over here. It's so far from a road, I don't usually love doing that. All right, so Evans might have actually gotten away super lucky with only 6 casualties. Yeah, Walker's going to move up. Roster's going to move up. Johnston, not Johnson. He's going to move over here. Evans. I don't care whether you're on charge or what. You need to get over here. So we'll do that. And yeah, we're just going to use the railroad, the woods, all that fun stuff. All right, Floyd's going to be there. That's fine. Withers is going to go up there. All right. All right, now we have order delays, I guess, kicking in for Evans. While he's moving, we're going to give him his next movement. Just going to be back behind our lines. Let's get him moving more quickly. Yeah, the dream is probably to try to hold them out in the open field and attack the railroad like that, but the woods should be good enough. And again, holding the roads means that if they are going to attack the South Side Railroad, they're going to have to get off the roads, move more slowly, and then move down the rail line like that. And if the numbers are right, we should have a numerical advantage. And it, you know, I didn't check the weapons, but so far they look like pretty good weapons. So we shouldn't be out-qualitied on that account. I mean, if the Union troops are that much better, you can't win them all, but we have pretty good ground, and we get to hold. So that's something. All right, you're going to move up. Johnston, you can move up a little bit. Hazen is Union, but again, at least he's not entering here. Withers is there. Let's send our skirmishers out. Floyd is going to release some skirmishers. Evans, maybe we'll put you in the tree line over here. Steele, you probably, I don't know what side of that you're actually on. All right, but we have you moving. That's good. Let's get this out of here. I'm not trying to corner camp this, but you know, the points are what they are. I'm going to help the AI out because I can't stand that it dismounts its cavalry, which is correct, but then doesn't put them in loose formation. Don't know where you actually are, so we'll do that. My suggestion for you all is to actually get on the railroad. It's a better cover bonus than merely the forest, which I think is 20-25%. And I thought the railroad lines, there might be a difference between finished and unfinished. I thought it was like much higher. Here, we'll send you up here. We're actually pretty weak up top. Alright, so we know they're there. And we'll just keep doing this delaying stuff. Alright, put the cav over there. Since the second rank, the regiments in the back don't kick out skirmishers when you give the general order. You got to do it manually. Put those skirmishers down here to try to close off the screen a little bit. don't know what the 15th Alabama's waiting for. I suspect it was for friendlies to get out of the way. I also think my intelligence might be a little off here, and I think we might be outnumbered rather than outnumbering them. Certainly the way it looks. I think they're close enough that we should have no problem laying down. Dude, I don't know how common that was. I feel like if you had the railroad, you would probably do it, but... Alright, we'll send the cav up here. What we're gonna do is start rotating some of those regiments back and maybe moving in some of these, because it's gonna be a while here before reinforcements make it, and I think we're gonna need more help up top. Is this cav here? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, Meade, you should know better. You should know better. Oh, we are outnumbered. I suspect some of that is Hazen, who just arrived, but... We do now have the flank. Well, we got an enfilade fire on these guys. Should be quite nice. Good thing we have the embankment. I don't think the cav's going to be able to get the embankment, so we might just shoot at a distance. Not sure what the right call is. If I should just leave Ford. As soon as Ford gets up, it's going to be very rough. I don't know if standing him up and trying to pull him back is worth it, or if he should just dig in, do the best he can. You know, Meade's cav, even though I've put them in loose formation, they should have the embankment as cover. We can check them. They do. It's... yeah. Ford is tanking a lot there. But they're almost out of ammo. They're also almost through their lost resilience. We'll get them set up to do... maybe to move them up and into the embankment. First Tennessee Cav earned themselves another star, but there's a lot more Union behind that. I'm gonna move them up. I'm gonna try to move them up here. Yeah, Walker's brigade. Needs to get here as fast as they can. That's the artillery battalion. Probably want them off on the side, maybe. Move the Cav back. I'm gonna move. I'm actually not gonna move Pendleton up at all. I'm gonna leave him right where he is. I'll move them into the line there. Skirmishers don't always do the smartest things. I feel like if you're out there skirming, I guess there's no way for them to know. It's just go out there and take up time. So Ford is probably going to get withdrawn to the trenches once he gets out of all this. I am happy the 10th is here to kind of shoot anybody who tries to step up. Yeah, that's Ford, but that is all to be expected. And since they have to kind of push us, I do want to see if I can get these brigades to lay down. Again, I think on an embankment makes more sense to do. If the Union just stands off and shoots us at long range, maybe we'll stand up to respond. Now, do you have forest as cover? You do, and you do as well. All right, that's good. Who is getting the Cav morale buff? You are not. So what I might do is temporarily move the Cav back here, and that should give the Cav buff to just about everybody who's in the embankment. These guys I don't think need to stand up yet. You're just kind of wasting ammo. But we'll let them come in. Again, anybody moving up the embankment is in a really good position, but everybody else, I don't know about. probably a bunch of skirmishers on my side that are low on ammo. Ooh, the artillery is about to show up. It is 4 in the afternoon. It is in Stanton, Virginia. It's also November. So it's going to be a lot. That is really unfortunate. Oh, wait. Let's see about the infantry. Tired, very tired. Well, it's going to be rough by the time they show up, but... Alright, Ford. What I'm going to do for you is actually nothing right now. Lay down and take a break. I had a great plan. But now I'm wondering if we need the cav over here. Or maybe we just put these guys over there. I think that's probably the call. Oops, I meant double time. Alright, we're going to have these guys stand up so that they are pouring some fire into the 3 regiments that are bearing down on 1. I want to get a 3rd. Let's see what that does for us. Is everything else? Yeah, we've still taken more relative casualties. AI spent way too much time with this. All they need to do is put them basically on charge or whatever and just knock those skirms out. They're about to rout them, but it took up far too much time, I think. So the 13th Ohio, which is not in cover, got hit pretty hard. I think the 6th and the 18th New York are probably both in the embankment, and so they'll be harder to dislodge, but... Are they still getting the... They are still getting the friendly cav buff. Alright. Here's the push. Let's see what it does. They have plains rifles. They should be able to hit stuff. That looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I hope it captures well. They are sending in the second U.S. regulars, which have already been a little beat up. I suspect that this looks like a pillow fight because both sides have the embankment. I really want to move one of these three regiments further north, but... Alright, they've elected to stand up. Are these guys firing? Alright, that's fine. I think it looks so cool. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing I didn't move him. I didn't realize there were that many down here. Ooh, boy. Not sure if it was the right call moving out here to meet them like this, trying to hold the railroad line and deny them good cover. If I should have just deployed further back here, we would have had a good position here, but it's easily outflanked through the forest, and I don't know. But we'd be that much closer to reinforcements. Which are going to be of poor quality by the time they arrive. So I think I'm going to keep my cav here in case I have to withdraw through them. And I think Pendleton has to just stay there until he routes. Alright, Ford, I am going to move you back. And also detach you. I was thinking about maybe sending the cav around on the right to knock this attack off. The Union has done me a favor, really the AI has done me a favor by trying to attack along the breadth of the line. Well, they broke a little bit faster than I thought, and so I think that this is just going to be a bad shootout for us, so I think we're just going to go low, reduce the casualties, and see if they come up to us. Is this yet another... This is yet another regiment. The 33rd, which has been badly beaten up, is also getting thrown back in. I'm not exactly sure why we're standing up here. I don't think we have to. Now, over here, we might have to. But I think we're taking one-way shooting. We don't want that. We got plains rifles, or we could stay down and just force them to do a very low casualty rate on us and let it be one-sided. It's a quality regiment there, the 4th Pennsylvania. Oh, that looks cool. If only we could stop jumping around. Yeah, I wonder if the Union just concentrated right up here and just thrown everybody in. Put their guys in assault mode. I mean, what are they doing back there? Bring them up and just overwhelm this position here. you're all pulling back. That's fine. Alright, these are the reinforcements. And I'm probably just going to let them stop where they're supposed to stop. See what it looks like from the Union's point of view. Oh, the 6th, which is a talented group. The 2nd US is out. I'm very surprised at that. In the center here, some of those regiments are beat up, but again, the solution is, I think, just send everybody in. Because I'm not taking casualties, not heavy casualties. Now this is, yeah, this is questionable because they have the high ground on us. Some of us are able to shoot back. I still think we prefer to exist and wait for them to come in, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so the attack on the top, well, I say it's almost done, but the 6th has been here for a while, I think, and they might be here a good while longer. And they may be out of range of the 11th, as long as the 11th is prone. Yeah, so it shows that they're laying down, which means they're not... that everything else is out of range. I think what I'm going to do is pull the 11th back and constrict our line a little bit. I can leave the 2nd, wow, they're also good, out there for a little while longer. Yeah, the AI just does weird, silly formation stuff. I mean, I guess you could roleplay it as having a lot of reserves, but... Meade, alright, so we know he had a regiment, but... Ooh. Virginia at 2 stars is really held out here. I think they've been taking enfilade fire from the 6th New York. I guess it's the battle of the 6th New York versus Virginia. But Virginia's also engaged with plenty of folks to their front. And I believe these are the exhausted reinforcements. So I'm not going to throw them into the fray. We're going to leave them here. They're actually of good quality when they are rested. But it is late in the evening for that. These battles are getting good, man. Let's see if I missed the note about reinforcements. No. I have not. And even though these troops are exhausted, I no longer feel the need to reinforce that. I think we're just going to go prone here. Yeah, they're low on ammunition as well. And I think what I'm going to do with this group is pull it back, maybe move it up, and then have it lay down. that done, we'll see. I don't know that any of these groups are going to have... Oh. Okay, so the cav is within range for them, but not for them. So hopefully by repositioning it, they'll get the cav morale buff. What happened to my artillery? Oh, friendly's just got in the way. Alright. Alright, so that's Floyd. Yeah, just have the guys lay down and see if we can shoot anything then. Alright, so the Union's not moving up over here. The 6th, now alone. We've pulled a little ways ahead, considering we're expecting quite a few reinforcements overnight. I think the worst has passed. Again, lots of little things the AI could do that I don't think is like unreasonable. Just try to maximize your firepower rather than waiting for your units to get chewed up before sending in reserves. Not messing around with skirmishers when I put them out. Just like I don't try to mess around with the other sides. I just move through them and kind of fire on the march and do the best we can. I thought... Oh, so that's a different Walker. This is Walker's brigade. Right? Well, unless they're very close, I'm not gonna care too much. Yeah, they don't look like they... Yeah, they're the opposite of very close. The only thing I can think of at this point is to try to send Johnston... I can't imagine he's going to make it, but try to get the bubble deployment forward for Walker's group if we need it. And might even be able to move Ewell back. Though maybe we'll just keep him around. Why are they reloading? But yeah, I think just, I don't know. I could work on the triggers as well for when the AI ought to assault. It's been a difficult thing to balance. I haven't really looked at it probably in 6 months or more than a year. But I think assault and screen are two of the better orders the AI has, and they're, it seems like usually attack and defend, which are kind of similar to each other, are the ones that are more often used. But that's me. I don't know. Let me see. Do they? I think they use long range shooting too much. I don't know what the solution is, but I think maybe for the next Grand Tactician, they look at some of those things that I think would really make the AI formidable here. It seems like the pieces are here and sometimes click, but most of the time they don't. But just getting the AI to use the tools that the player has, I think, in terms of where the AI moves its troops and stuff like that, I think it does a pretty good job already. As we saw in this battle, right? It was the problem for the A seems to generally be at the last, I don't know, 300-400 yards. You know, getting into position prior to that doesn't seem to be the problem, but other things are. All right, so we have that group there. We might as well use, so this is Lucius Walker. Oh, we have more than one. All right. Well, that's good. Oh, we do have a lot more than one. All right. So we can get them on the march when we're ready to. Right? We don't know. That's kind of the last reported place the AI was, but we don't actually know where they are. You heard the man. He can't see them, but he knows they're here. Alright. I feel like I knew that. Alright, so we're going to put you there. Do I have to hear that every time? Alright, we're going to play a little bit of leapfrog, I think. Actually, we're not going to leapfrog you there. We're going to keep you back here. We'll keep you here as a mobile something or other. And then, yeah, we'll put you there. Put you there. Keep you in reserve. 10th Louisiana. You will be in case I have to, but I really don't want to have to use you. I think that's it though in terms of folks who are ready. Yeah, 4 you can just hang out. Maybe we do a little something here for our artillery. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry you just got impaled with that. I don't know that we're actually even going to have shots, but we'll try. Oh, wait. We got the 3rd Tennessee, so then, yeah, we'll move them up as a... Oh, and the 2nd Tennessee? Okay. So that's fine, that's fine. It's hard to tell what we could actually hit. Okay. Here, we'll put you in there. And I think it's time to hit play. We've spent too much time doing other stuff. I was not expecting them to come around that way. So, I think what we do... Yeah, we're going to move you back. Do you have to get switched over to there? Maybe you do. Maybe the 10th Louisiana can hang out on this road. If there isn't any attack coming from the north, you could start... Well, maybe there is. Yeah, you never know. You never know with these people. Alright, so we'll have Walker's division. I think people are going to get a little out of sorts. Then maybe we move the other 2 divisions. I don't like spreading them out, but I saw what the AI wasn't able to do yesterday. And I'm far less concerned about them today. Okay. So we'll keep that. Oh, that's a whole division. Yeah. That's what I meant to do. And then we move Johnston. Once the lag wears off here, we move Johnston to the front. I don't like that. Huh. Do you all have... No, you're just idle? That's okay. So what we'll do, maybe you'll have shots. Maybe you will actually have shots from back here. I'll try it. We might move the 2nd Tennessee out here. Just to make sure the AA is not trying to get around. That sounded like infantry on my... or small arms fire, yeah. Oh, look at them. Look at them. Oh, I forgot the 3rd was here. Well, we do need... Well, it'd be nice to have some reserve. Guys, I don't know how you're fighting and you haven't gone through your loss resilience. Not sure what the Union's up to. Those wooden stakes there look really odd. They look really, really long. Alright, so it appears... I don't know, we might have sent out skirmishers yesterday, but I allow myself a detachment of skirmishers per regiment per day. My rule. Send them out, try to get some more vision here. Yeah, it looks like they all found the 30th Pennsylvania. one where I'm surprised the AI stayed in it. I thought they would have done a strength calculation and just been like, nope. This bud is not for us. Can't tell if they're lining up to push in or if they're trying to move through the woods here and try to get my victory. They are. Well, alright. But you know, knowing that kind of leads me to want to attack. I have no idea. I don't even know. Are these guys even shooting back? Yeah, they are. They're out of ammo, but I don't know what to tell you, man. That ain't going well. What are those guns? The 3-inch ordnance? Okay, and the 10-pounders. Napoleons are here. Okay, so they have Napoleons for both. That's fine. Let's see if they have any line of sight on those troops. No idea what their relative casualties are. They're doing bad. They're at almost 20%. Let's see if Posey's detachment can learn more. Idle? Yeah. Thought maybe they would have an angle. I don't know, I've seen crazier shots in Grand Tactician. That seems to be pretty close to a line. No? These are the things you look at when you've already won the battle and you're just kind of waiting for things to end. Alright, we'll go pick on that regiment. Send you guys, I guess, to go pick on that one. This guy's really just trying to get vision on where the Union is. But we'll send them over there. Yeah, there's got to be pretty close to point-blank shots for the artillery. Can we do it? Maybe? This unit seems like I gotta move them out of there. They're just constantly stuck on stuff. It's getting tough to watch. It's probably why they're exhausted. Oh, maybe they just figured it out and then I gave them an order. Yeah, they hate me. Oops. Yeah, oops. Anyways, yeah. Any word from the picket line? Come on, AI. What are you doing here? Alright, they're gonna make this way too slow. So... We'll order that. I'll order that. We'll see where that leaves us. That was cool. That was very cool. Oh yeah, you might want to turn that way. Uh-oh. Thought we were about to crash there. I was like, ooh. Not like this, man. It's too soon. We do want to try to close... Nah, we can't, though. For whatever reason. That was murder right there, man. Oh. Yeah, you don't want to get boxed like that. I think old Buckland is dead. Whitting is in trouble. Pleasanton's on the verge. None of that sounds good. Now, I was worried about my cav. As it turns out, I had every right to be. Man, they are stupid. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Man, it is just taking forever here to deal these last few casualties, or last few percentage points of casualties. I thought for sure this looks like a division, or at least a brigade down here. I thought wiping this would have really turned the tide in terms of the relative casualties, but maybe not. You guys are done. You guys are just backed up against the wall. Because otherwise I gotta pack everybody up here, I think, and march them up here to deal with this. I mean, maybe Withers can send up. Alright, we could send you up here. Guess you're in okay shape. 6 Virginia had a long day. Yeah, that's fine. That's my... So the Hazen... That's my Hazen. Of course, got himself routed after he took 64 casualties. So, yeah, right. Oh, you know, I did not see that there was a brigade that was still standing at... Oh, they're not. I don't know what's going on here. This battle was really fun on the first day when it was desperate, but now it's just getting weird. Alright, we're going to speed it up, though, because it is just getting weird. I think everybody's cooked in the very bottom. They appear to be falling back. We're on the verge of something, but they are just under. Just under the kind of critical casualty mark there, but alright, fine. Yeah, none of that's really necessary. Okay, that's good enough. Now we can just throw it up to 20x. We could probably actually just load back in, and I'll probably end the episode, and then I'll go ahead and try to get to work on recruiting the 2nd division, maybe 3rd, of that corps that I meant to do back in August, but I got around to it in early November, so... Hoping we don't crash. There were a lot of units in that, and I think sometimes that is a big factor in why things crash. We did not crash. We didn't. So what are we talking about? 1,500 out of the war for them. Maybe 350 out of the war for us. Probably not more than 400. So better than 1,500 out of the war. And that was over here, which I always think of as Southwest Virginia, but it really isn't. It's like, I think I've been saying this in a lot of episodes, because I just think of, like, this is Virginia. I forget there's all this is like Southwest Virginia. Anyways, the kind of, I don't know if it's quadrilateral or triangle or whatever it is between stuff that's up here, Richmond and Stanton is kind of what I think of as the Virginia for Grand Tactician. I know. Let the booze begin. But Gibbons, I think that was the one who was involved there. That is telling me... I don't know what I did there. That... Yeah, I would have probably meant to click on nothing. Is this one I actually have to fight? You know what? Looks like we're trying to work something out here. It says they're in battle. Is that the previous episode's battle? I think it might have been, but I would have figured that they disengaged by now. But yeah. Anyways, there's French's division. Once Pickett, yes, he was the one that got rolled to lead the Army of Florida. Once he reaches Atlanta, we'll do division number 2. I don't know about division number 3. Maybe Asheville. Maybe Columbia. I don't know. I'm just leading the show. I really have no idea. Alright, Price's division. We'll do that. We'll put you in scouting and get some of that sweet readiness back. Yes, yes. Donovan will be there in a while. Anything to end with here? No. I don't know. Maybe it's just time to just stop. Just stop taking the subsidies. I mean, I've gotten so little out of trade deals that I can see, right? That I can quantify. And I have $275 million in subsidies. Right? So the economy has actually grown if you look at it, going back a year. I can't really zoom in, but I think in relative terms it's actually probably done pretty well. But, tariff side, it's not. Granted, I only took over kind of full time less than a year ago, but I kind of would have expected a little bit more to happen. So I'll stay the course, but I think I do it knowing that it's probably not the optimal policy. Other divisions we've recruited and are starting to muster and train: Stevenson's, Loring's, but they're going to be a while. So, yeah, as far as I know, and I think I was keeping you here because I just didn't really need you elsewhere. Yeah, it says in battle even when it's not, so... Wait a minute. Is this new and different? My goodness, man. Let it go. But they can't. They just cannot let these forts go here. What was my probability of winning that? Oh, quite good apparently. Well, maybe we won't have to fight it. We'll see. But I think I'm still going to call it an episode here and move on to other things because it's just other things we got to do. And this sets us up probably for some more battles, maybe at least a battle of choice here to start off the next one. So, yeah, this is a fun one, particularly the first day of that battle. And I look forward to bringing you more.